Am I audible now? Am I
Yes,
audible?
you are audible.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir, very clearly.
All ready, we can continue. Mars, Mangala Bhagavan in the fourth Bhava. So please cast a horoscope while I just share, connect. You can just draw a horoscope. Put Mars, Mangala Bhagavan in Kataka Rashi. And also put where and all it would aspect if it had to be in the fourth bhava. Also, right, where it had to aspect. So this is the most important thing because the aspects are going to go about and give you the prediction. The aspects are extremely important. Now, before I forget, there is an additional rule. When you can write down where I had mentioned about the 6th or the 8th from Mars, if it happens to be the house ruled by Mars, then it will be a problem. It also means if the 6th or the 8th from Mars is afflicted, the same would apply. Problems associated, small problems associated with property. Go back, flip the pages and write. So, just for the benefit of people in the northern part of India, so if Mars is in the fourth bhava, where would he aspect? Where all would he aspect? All of you, somebody can share. Which are the
Yes,
bhava?
7th, 10th,
Sir,
11th.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Right. Fine. So write down number 1. Number 1. The mother will be an angry woman. Number 2. The mother will be argumentative. Right on top of their nose, anger will be there. Anything that you tell, immediately they will come for fight, right? Quarrel, arguments. Number 3. The mother, number 4. The mother will have a younger sibling. This younger sibling will be in the native town itself. The mother will have a younger sibling. The younger sibling will be in the native town itself. Number 4. The mother will be affectionate towards the younger sibling, her younger sibling. But the younger sibling won't be attached to her, won't be affectionate towards her. Number 5. The mother will have an accident or litigation. Number 6. The Jataka. Now we are coming to the person. Won't be able to enjoy property in one's native land, or it won't be maintained. Number 7. They will have property away from their native land, bracket, out of town. Number next. So whenever you see such people, tell them, don't look into property in your native land. Look at a property which is away from your native land. That is all that you should be advising them to do. Of course, more are to come. Number 8. The Jataka will have tension in his job. the Jataka will have litigations pertaining to his job. Remember what is happening here? He is aspecting the 10th bhava. Right. Number 9. Will do partnership work, bracket, business also. Why? Because Mangala is also aspecting the 7th. Right. Number 10. Will be attached towards his maternal relatives. Number 11. The land in their native place will be occupied by the younger sibling. The younger sibling will go and occupy their property. Either they will be in their property or they will occupy the property. Who? The younger sibling. Number 12. The Jatakas. First property will go towards Varaya, loss. The Jatakas. First property will go towards Varaya, loss. To be on the safer side, what you can write is one property will go on loss. This is all that we have as far as a Neech Graha Mangala in Kataka Rashi or Mars in 4th Bhava, irrespective of whether Mars is getting into a Neech or not. Wherever you see Mars as per your Lagna getting into the 4th, this is what you need to predict, which means from a safety standpoint of view, always tell one property will go for a loss. It will most likely be your first property. That's all you have to tell. Number 13. Number 13. The Jatakas. The Jatakas. Higher education. Higher education. Higher education means post +2 or degree. Will have barriers. Will have barrier. Number 14. Number 14. Missionaries. Missionary. Land. Property. All of this related work will give him gain. Mars, Mangala gets debilitated in Kadaka, but he is also aspecting what? He's aspecting the 10th where Mars, Mangala gets into a Bala. He is also aspecting the Labhasthana. So this also will actually go about and give results. Next. Near their house. Near their house. Either there will be a brother, either they will have a brother near the house, or a relative, or a relative, or a brother-in-law, or a brother-in-law, or a shop owner. Shop owner. See, shops, the shops that you just construct will just be like 1 shop, 2 shop, 3 shops. The shop that you construct and give on rent, the house owner, the shop owner, is Mars. Shop itself is Mars, right? So near the house, either they will have a brother, brother-in-law, some blood relative, right? Or at least there will be a shop owner near the house where they are living. Number 16. Number 16. Coconut tree, neem tree, neem tree will be growing in their house. Not in their house, around the house. Next to the house itself, there will be one coconut tree, neem tree, right, in the compound area. This is unwritten rule. Number 17. Number 17. The father will face litigation, accident. The father will face litigation, accident. Number 18. The kalatra that they get married to, the kalatra that they get married to will have a younger sibling. The kalatra they get married to will have property, will have property. The kalatra that they get married to will have litigation, will have surgery, will have accident. So it is combo package. This also has to come, means that also has to come. You have to accept it. Right? So the kalatra who they get married to will have a younger sibling, will have property, will have litigation, will face an accident, will also have a surgery. All this you have to put tick mark. Right? So why? Because here it is aspecting the seventh bhava. Right? So if it is a three, we can refer to the husband. If it is a husband, we can also refer to the three, which is the wife. Number 19. Number 19. In the Kalatras family, in the Kalatras family, there would be problem, there would be problem pertaining to the putra, pertaining to the putra, or there will be problem pertaining to religious beliefs, pertaining to religious beliefs. Number 20. Number 20. The Kalatra's property, the Kalatra's property will have litigation, will have problem. One, there will be a litigation and they will get the property, or sometimes there will also be loss of property. Of whom? The Kalatra. Number 21. Number 21. The mother will be a religious person. The mother will be a religious person. In the mother's family, in the mother's family, either the mother, or someone who's born along with the mother, or someone who's born along with the mother will enter as the second wife, will enter the family as a second wife. Number, so when you are predicting, don't tell mother, right? That is, you will instigate, I mean, they will get angry. Always use mother's family. But this is
So
how it is.
this mother is native's mother or Kalatra's mother?
Mother's, native's mother, yeah.
Thank you.
21 onwards, we are going back to the native. Mother is a religious person. Number 22. Number 23. Number 23. The younger sibling who now their younger sibling his life will have ups and downs. There will always be ups and downs pertaining to the younger sibling. Their life won't be stable. Number 24. Number 24. The younger sibling, their younger sibling, if they are there in the native place, they won't have development. They won't have development. If they go away from the native place, out of town, there will be development. If Shubha Grahas are associated, if Shubha Grahas are associated, number 25, the Jataka will have a good position. The Jataka will have a good position. Number 26. The value of the property. The value of the property will increase. Number 27. The mother. Remember, we are still continuing with Shubha Grahas associated. The mother will be in a responsible position. The mother will be in a responsible position. Number 26. Number 26. The mother will get pension. The mother will get pension or benefits for senior citizens. Some people, they give money monthly, they will deposit money. The government will deposit money for senior citizens. So the mother will get that if Shubha Grahas are associated. Now, how is it? How are the points? How are the points, all of you? How are the points? Anybody?
Sir, I have Mars in fourth and majority of the points are patching up.
So the younger sibling means their child or the brother.
Which point are you referring to, ma'am? Because one younger sibling.
The younger sibling has ups and downs in life.
Their younger sibling, ma'am.
Means the child.
Ma'am, brother, ma'am. Jataka's brother.
Okay,
Jataka's. Right. Anybody wants any doubts?
Sir, why Jataka will have?
I will clarify.
Why Jataka will?
Suraj, I think it's Suraj, whoever it is. Go ahead.
Yes. Sir, why Jataka will have higher education barrier?
Your fourth bhava indicates your higher education. Correct? Aya?
Okay, sir. Okay,
Aya,
sir.
second is still +2. After that, vriddhi.
Okay.
Vriddhi. Fourth bhava, after +2, college. In that, Mangala, who indicates tension, is there. So what will happen? There will always be tension. If you are tensed up, how can you study? Right?
Yes, sir.
Aya, clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
tension will be there. All right. I will answer all your doubts. But if you have any, okay, one by one, I will answer your doubts. Anybody wants to share pertaining to their horoscope?
Sir, I have Mars in 4, and
Okay.
most of the points are perfect, sir.
Okay.
Most
Wonderful.
of the points are perfect, sir.
Which point is not coming, ma'am?
Mother will have an accident. That didn't
Okay.
happen.
So
But
you should be
yeah,
careful,
she
ma'am.
didn't have an accident also. Litigation, nothing. Litigation also she didn't have. That she didn't have. And
Okay.
they all missed. Her whole family had shifted off to Pune. Then only the progress started. All her younger siblings came to
Okay.
Pune. Then only they started.
Okay.
Everything, sir, very perfect, sir.
Good, ma'am. Good.
All my
Durgesh.
relatives are all nearby. Relatives are all nearby. So this machinery land property, what is this machinery? MISS or MECH?
MACHINERY. Mission, ma'am. Mars indicates missions.
Machinery. Okay, sir.
Sir, I
Durgesh.
have an horoscope where the native cannot move from his place because he is too bogged down with financial crisis. And
Who
he
did
has
not
this
move?
combination.
Who did not move, ma'am?
The person, the native, have
Ma'am.
I have a horoscope in which the native cannot move out from the place because he has such a financial crunch.
Ma'am, younger sibling is more important here. If he has a younger sibling.
I'm talking about the native itself.
Okay. The native, he should not have any property in his native place. That won't last for a long time. Okay. Ma'am, clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, movement is, see, Mars Mangala is getting into the fourth. Mars, which indicates the younger sibling, is getting into the fourth. So it is something to do with the younger sibling who needs to move, if at all he has a younger sibling, right? Native movement should be there to a certain extent for these people. Otherwise, they won't develop also to a certain extent. So at least, you know what, ma'am, what they can do, most of the time, what you should advise people to do is, everybody cannot relocate outside. But what you should tell such people to do is, at least work for somebody who's like out of that town. Like, for example, they could be doing business, not within the town, but outside the town. Their customers can be outside the town. Do you get that, ma'am? Something like that.
Yes.
Or you could be taking work from people who are outside the town, outside the place where they live in. That is the suggestion that you should give to people. Right.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Sir, I just wanted to tell you that I am aware of one person with Mars in 4th house. Kanya Lagan, Mars is in Jupiter, and it is being aspected by Saturn. Most of the points are right. Not most, I think every point is right. So this is I just wanted to tell you that this is
Wonderful,
perfect.
wonderful, wonderful. So here you need to keep this in mind, whether you call Mars the Ashtamadhipati or whether Mars becomes the 11th Bhava Lord. Whatever is that, Mars is a Graha. He is in the 4th Bhava. The 4th has its own Karakatwas. These two combined together, there are a certain set of predictions that has to happen in one's life. These predictions cannot go away from this person. Somewhere or the other, he has to meet. And this is what we call as a Kuja dosha. So now when you're predicting for a Kuja dosha, somebody is telling that, you know what, somebody told I have a Kuja dosha. So what does it mean? This is what you need to predict. This is all that is going to happen. First land, first property, Varyam, something to do with, Varyam means loss, something to do with delays pertaining to your higher education, mother who can be an angry woman. So if you enter into a house where mother is an angry woman, what will happen? She will boss around. All of this. Property, one property will go away, accidents is there, you will also have accident, this person will also. So like this only you should predict. Right?
Sir,
This is
sorry, I just want to make one more point. One of your point was in Kalatra's family, there would be a problem pertaining to Putra or religious beliefs. So I'm aware of 3 charts in my database where the spouse's side doesn't have a son at all. They only have daughters.
How is it?
Crazy.
How is it?
It's stunning.
It's simple, very simple astrology. What I'm teaching is my level. I'm just a kindergarten astrologer. I don't want to be all this hi-fi astrologer. Simple rules. You're just connecting, and I will give you the logic also behind it. Don't worry. Durgesh ma'am, go ahead, ask questions. I will give you all the logic behind it. Each and everything, I will explain the logic right away.
So there's one point you mentioned about higher education. So in one horoscope, a lady has a Mars in a 4th bhava, though she's done her MA as well as her MPhil. But after that, she wanted to pursue, way back there used to be this Times scholarship, where they studied management. So she applied for that exam, but she cleared it, but she could not study that.
See, Mars, Mangala in the 4th Bhava actually indicates after +2, ma'am. Where you're going in is for the 9th Bhava, 11th Bhava. But somewhere there'll be tension in her education. That you can tell. Tension, post, something to do with the college degree. That is where I'm referring to. Higher education, like you're telling MPhil, PhD, all that comes under the 9th Bhava, ma'am. So, yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Do you get it, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ma'am, MPhil, all that is 5th Bhava, 9th Bhava, 11th Bhava is like higher. They go for this post something and all. That is Amit Mozaya. Amitaya.
Yes, sir. I have Mars in 4th Bhava, and even the spouse, my spouse has younger sister, and in her family also there are only daughters. And my mother, yes, she's an angry woman, a religious spiritual woman, as well as a principal in a college. So yes, bossy.
How are the points?
They are bang on. So it's just the one with respect to barriers in the higher education. I did my higher education and got a job as well. Uh, I can't see the physical barrier, so a lot of stress was there when I
Yeah.
was
Tension,
doing
that
the
is what I'm trying to
education. Lot of
imply.
tension. Yes, yes, yes.
If a Shubha Graha is associated, ultimately you also have to get into a good position. So how will you get into a good position? You will have to have a degree, no? With that only you can get into a position. That barrier means in the form of tension. Anyways, I'll be explaining the logic behind each of them. Neerja ma'am, go ahead ma'am, Neerja ma'am.
Yes, sir. Even my husband has this placement, and most of the points, 90% of the points do match, sir.
Right, right. Good. 90% is enough, ma'am. 90% is passed. 90% is what, ma'am? Passed with distinction.
Yeah,
No,
only 2 or 3 regarding the mother are not relatable. That's it.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good, good.
Okay.
Right. Lower your hand, ma'am, if you're done. Rajalakshmi, ma'am, please.
So there was one question here that the collector's property will have litigation. Oh, okay.
Yes.
But will she get the collector? Will she get the property?
If there is a Shubha Graha Drishti, yes.
Okay.
And most importantly, ma'am, Kalatra will have a property also sometime, because here there are two chances. If a Ashubha Graha is associated, chances of losing, because I told two things. Kalatra will have property, Kalatra will have litigation, but at the same time, property will also be there. So chances are there. But if Ashubha Graha is associated, chances, you should tell the person to be safe. 50-50 chances, because I see 50% people, they say we sold all our property. There's another 50% of people who say, yes, we had serious problems pertaining to property, but we came out of it. So I have both people, but it is just something to do with the aspect of Shubha Grahas that counts, or association. So check that.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Ranjita ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a
Yes.
question.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Why the mother will get a pension of senior citizen?
Ma'am, who is Mars? Mars Mangala is the Ashtamadhipati, you know, 8th Bhava Lord. 8th Bhava
Yes, sir.
indicates something to do with money, pension money. All this comes under the 8th Bhava. So he is the 8th Bhava Lord, Lagna Bhava Lord, in the 4th, which indicates the mother. He is aspecting the Labhasthana, no, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, 8 is pension money. Mars,
Yes,
who rules that, right? He is aspecting the 11th. So 8-11 has come, no, ma'am? Do you get it? I will
yes,
show.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, he rules the 8th, no, ma'am? Here, ma'am. Right?
Yes, sir.
And he is aspecting 7, 10, 11. Now you take 11. 11, 8 comes, no, ma'am? That's all.
Yes, sir.
Everything has logic. Anyways, I will explain one by one. If I miss out
Sir,
something, you tell. Yes,
Sir, my
ma'am. Go ahead.
husband have Mars in 4th house
Hmm.
in Kark Rashi.
Hmm.
All points are matching, sir.
Pension money also. Very good.
Yes, sir.
See, very good. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So this will give you a elephant's might in order to predict. You won't feel that just when we started off, no, how all of you were confusing yourself and confusing me also. If it happens, what, sir? If that happened, this happened, that won't be there. This is the point. Bang on, you predict. That's it. And people won't hesitate in order to go about and appreciate you for the predictions that you give in whatever way possible. You just need to open and predict, open your mouth and predict. That's the way the predictions are. See, why did I tell the younger siblings? See, again, Rajalakshmi ma'am, it is the younger sibling mostly who's important. Lagna is also there. Why? Because Mars ultimately indicates yourself, but it is the younger sibling who needs to relocate, move away, which is very, very important. But nonetheless, here you need to keep this in mind. The younger siblings' life will have ups and downs. See, it is not just about younger sibling. Whenever you see a graha in the 4th bhava, you should tell that respective relationship that the graha signifies. Here, Mars indicates what? It indicates the younger sibling. Can it indicate you? Yes, it is the Kala Purusha's Lagna, so it also indicates you. But mostly it is the younger sibling. So when he is in the Jala Rashi, when he is especially in Kataka Rashi, right? Immediately whichever the graha is, here Mars, younger sibling, tell that person to move out. Guru, child, tell that person. You may say Guru gets into an exaltation in Kataka Rashi. Yes, what the exaltation means, I will tell you. But your child should be away from you. If your child is with you, big problem. Problematic for you, problematic for the child as well. Both of you will be fighting with each other or will have differences of opinion. Or let's leave that aside. Development for the child will happen only when he moves away. Again, Shukra, don't tell wife should move away. Shukra means sister, Shukra means aunt, right? Obviously something to do with the movement. Wife any which ways has to move and come to you. So that is different. So whichever graha you see in the fourth bhava, you should tell relocation is important. That is one part. Why? Because moon, it indicates something which is not steady. Water, the level of the water will go up, go down. And most importantly, here Mars is also getting into a debilitation. That's very important. I will finish all the doubts one by one. Then you ask me if you have any doubts. Right? The moment they go away from their native place, then immediately what happens? Development will happen for them. If a younger sibling is in the native place, you know what will happen? He will get all the bad habits. All the bad habits that one is not supposed to get, he will get that. There will be no development also. Ups and downs will be there, right? So this is one part. Next, here. So here, now, if sun is in the fourth bhava, what should you tell? Father. Father's life will have ups and downs. Once he moves to a distant land, away from his home, then development will be there. So if Mercury is in the fourth bhava, who will you tell? Mercury, who should relocate? Who should move outside?
Maternal uncle.
Maternal uncle, Thai mom, and right. So here, you also need to keep this in mind. We are not looking at this only from the context of Mars, who's the Kala Purusha's 1-8. As per your Lagna, Mangala or Mars can be anybody. He can be the Akshamadhipati, he can be the 11th Bhava Lord, he can be a Graha which indicates good or bad. But we need to just combine the Graha, the Bhava as per Kala Purusha, and you will get bang on answer. This is how it is, right? Which means the Karakatwas of Mars will also work, Mangala Bhagavan will work. And next, we also have the Adipatya, which means what? In which bhava he is, which bhava does he rule, again, where is he aspecting, this will happen. And that is the confidence with which I tell. One is, this has to happen, whether, if you have to finish your life, you have to go through this, then only you have to finish your life. This is the reason I'm being so bold while actually going about and teaching you and giving you the rules. Okay, next is, what is this concept of mother's family, somebody entering in as the second wife, right? See, Mars is the Mangala Karaka. And Mars, the Mangala Karaka, is getting into a Neecha in the fourth bhava. So then, obviously, it means, something to do with the quality of the Mangala Karya. Has to be something which is not the best of quality. Why? Because remember, again and again, I keep telling, a Graha getting into the Neecha Sthiti simply indicates the quality of something. So here, the Mangala Karakan the Mangala Karakan, which is Mars, is actually getting into a debilitation. So he simply indicates the quality of Mangala Karya. So automatically, there would be people who would enter in the family as second wife. There would be people who would have love marriages, mother's side, mother, or the mother will also marry somebody who is not really in par with, what her family comes from, what her family signifies, which means something to do with this quality. You can call it material quality, whatever quality, that has to be social quality, whatever, that has to be a disparity when it comes to marriage. I've seen this in many cases where they say Mars, Mangala in the fourth bhava, mother entered as the second wife, but you don't use it like that, you will land yourself into trouble. But the concept or the logic should be there, and even if the rule does not work out, you should also understand what it means. Is there a love marriage? Did somebody enter into a wedlock in the mother's side, mother's family, who's away from one's community, one's social standing, financial standing? And the answer would definitely be a yes. So you should understand the concept. Next is, I explained to you about in the Kalatras family, there would be something to do with, you know what, there would be something to do with problems pertaining to Putra and problems pertaining to one's Matha or religious beliefs. So the seventh bhava is the Kalatra, right? The seventh bhava of one's horoscope is the Kalatra sthana. Which is the fifth bhava? Which is the fifth bhava?
11th.
So which Rashi is it?
Aquarius, Badhak.
No, leave that. Which it is Kumbha, right? And Mangala has the Ashtama Drishti towards the fifth. Do you get the logic? All of you, do you get the logic now? The fifth, which indicates the Kalatra's religious belief, the Kalatra's family's religious belief, Kalatra's family, something to do with the Kudumba, is aspected by Mars, who has a Ashtama Drishti. A Neech Mangala is aspecting. So obviously this problem will be there, right? The fifth bhava indicates your religious belief. The fifth bhava indicates Putra. Right? Whenever you see Mangala in the fourth bhava, immediately you can tell. If it happens to be a Stri, immediately tell. Does your husband have problem pertaining to the property, his property? The answer will be yes. The answer will be yes. Again, the seventh, right, here, remember, the seventh, right? The seventh, fourth is also aspected by Mars, which means the Kalatra's property is aspected by Mars. And this is where Mars gets exalted, which means property will be there, but there can be litigation also. So you should tell them to be careful. Problems also pertaining to property, you should tell them to be careful. This is like a 360-degree view of the horoscope just using one graha. One graha, just using one graha, you are covering so many points. Some people, have this little bit of changes will be there. Instead of the younger sibling occupying the property, the elder sibling will occupy the property. At that time, you should always look into whether, let's say, the 11th Bhava Lord is aspecting in the horoscope, or if Mars is with the 11th Bhava Lord, or if there is something to do with Shani, because remember, Shani indicates the Kala Purusha's 11th Bhava. Or at times, what happens? There will be something to do with the association. Association means what? Obviously, either a influence of Rahu Ketu, or some influence of Rahu Ketu will be there. Why? Because Rahu Ketu indicates reverse. So suddenly this younger brother will become elder brother. The Rahu is what? Reverses. Ketu is also what? Reverses. So this is also one small, and this is also something that I want to share with all of you. Right? So this is like astrology 360 degree. Everybody can do this. I'm teaching you all of this with proper logic. It is not that I'm telling you this and just going, no. Each and every question you ask, I will give you a logic and reasoning behind it. And this is the way it should be, right? Because again and again, I'm repeating, I am your kindergarten teacher. I am not a big astrologer. I want to be considered as a small astrologer. And if I have the knowledge, the enthusiasm like all of you people and the resources like you people, I will be somewhere else. So which means you people can go to a different level itself, right? All that I'm doing is I'm giving you the logic also. So use it properly. Right? So this is how it should be. As of now, you should be able to predict to the dot, to the T. Again, whenever you see in the fourth bhava, you see Ashubha grahas like Ketu, Mangala, Shani, Chandra also to a certain extent, but not completely. Why? Because he qualifies for a Dik Bala there. So whenever you see Ashubha graha, Ketu, right, immediately you should be able to tell that, there is something to do with what? One, higher education will be having some barrier, or if this higher education has not had any form of a barrier, they would have studied something and they will be working as something else. There will be so much of disparity or disconnect between, what they studied and what they are doing as a udyoga. So this is also there. But basically, Mars, Mangala in the fourth bhava, it just indicates tension. A graha which indicates tension itself is getting into the fourth bhava. So that means, something to do with the tension in study. Number 21. Near the house, there will be police, which means there will be one policeman or military man. So near the house. See, if you have to give the location to the house, precise location to the house, you know what you should predict? So near your house, one in front of your house itself, there will be a coconut tree, there will be a neem tree. Then near your house, there will be a policeman, military man, or near your house, there will be a mutton shop. This is the way you should actually go about and give them location. You can give location also where this person is living.